puedes decir o comentar qué tipos de intercambios culturales existen entre México y Austria?
The cultural exchange between Austria and Mexico is very wide. Lots of people have traveled between the countries, have brought something from their culture from Mexico to Austria or Austria to Mexico. I think one area that is of particular interest to Mexicans is, of course, the Austrian cultural music heritage. So our long tradition of classical music in particular. So we do have musicians coming from Mexico to study, for example, music in Austria, or also Austrian musicians coming to Mexico and teaching, for example, piano, violin, you name it, in Mexico.
¿Cómo se percibe la cultura de Austria en México? ¿Es conocida? ¿Qué tanto el mexicano sabe sobre la cultura de Austria?
In Mexico, Austria is very well known for its music, for its classic music heritage. This is, I think, the main association Mexicans do have with Austria on a cultural level. Secondly, also we have this strong tradition of architecture. We do have very important buildings in Viena, like the Castle of Schönbrunn, for example, which is also very well known in Mexico.
En Austria, ¿cómo nos interpretan en la cultura?
Well, I think in Austria, Mexico is very well known. It's a very interesting destination, not only for tourists but also from a cultural perspective. So the associations are, of course, the ones you just named. So there is an idea of a Mexican with a sombrero, but we don't, of course, believe that all Mexicans, that's what they do all day long. So there's also a perception of a modern Mexico, very dynamic, very interesting, lots of music. I think big associations also music and the Latin culture, which of course is represented in Mexico.
A través de este canal podemos orientar a la juventud que decide o quiere ir a estudiar a Austria y viceversa, si hay algún medio para que de Austria vengan a estudiar a México, un intercambio.
So at an institutional level, we do not have put any exchange program in place, but of course the exchange of students is vital on both sides. So there are Mexican students in Austria and Austrian students in Mexico. But mainly they find their own ways. In today's world, you choose your university or you choose your school and then you apply to it. So this is how it works in my perspective, and this is also how it's done. And again, as I said, there are lots of music students on both sides.
¿Cuál es la relación entre Austria y el Estado de Israel, la cultura judía?
The relations between the state of Israel and Austria are, of course, excellent. They are very intense. Our embassy is also is extremely active, also on a cultural level, for example. You have also between people. You have 4 flights between Vienna and Tel Aviv, Delhi. So we have excellent people relations. We have excellent political relations. We have excellent cultural relations, economic relations, I assume. It's a very vivid exchange, and also Austria, of course, has done a lot of work on having a very welcoming culture towards Israeli citizens. So, for example, the city of Vienna has established a very special program which is called Jewish Welcoming Service. This is directed to Jewish citizens, global citizens, who would like to visit Vienna. They might have some family history there, and so this service is kind of a contact point for Jewish citizens from all over the world. Whenever they want to visit Vienna, whenever they have some special interest, for example, they want to see certain monuments, or they want to have a bit of more additional information, they are very happy to contact them.
¿Nos puedes dar una referencia o la participación de la comunidad judía en Austria? ¿Cómo está constituida? Más o menos de cuántas personas la constituyen, por favor.
Well, I think the most approximate number, or appropriate number in that context, would be the number of people who are part of the Jewish community of the formal Jewish community in Vienna. So this number would be 7,000 people. They are very well represented. There are certain areas, for example, the second district of Vienna, where you can find synagogues, specific stores. It's very, very present in daily life. So also we do have a Jewish school, of course, and it goes from kindergarten to high school degree. So I think the community is very well connected, but also very well interconnected into the general Viennese life. Also, the Jewish community is very present when it comes to the cultural heritage as it is exhibited in the city. So, for example, we do have the big synagogue in the very heart of Vienna. It's close. It's really within 2 corners from our main cathedral, which can also, of course, be accessed. Then we do have a very big Jewish museum, which is not only a museum documenting and remembering, but also a place for events. So special lectures, discussions, lots of things are going on there, and it's very, very, it plays a vital part in the Viennese cultural life, also book presentation. Also, this museum has a very big library, which can be publicly accessed. Thank you very much for your interest in my country. It's a beautiful country with lots of history, lots of culture, lots of things to discover. So I kindly invite you to come and visit Austria, Vienna, Salzburg, the Alps. We have a lot to offer, and we are looking forward to see you very soon in Austria. Thank you.